inflation. It's in the headlines and it may already be affecting your retirement account. Right now is the time for smart investors to create a plan and a strategy.
Absolutely. We chatted with a financial and real estate expert who wrote a whole book on the topic. Take a look. Joining us now is Dr. David Phelps. He is a financial and real estate expert. He's also the author of a new book called Inflation, the Silent Retirement Killer. Oh, man, just in time for me to start thinking 401ks. How are you, sir? Good to talk to you.
Hi. Oh, doing great. Glad to be here today.
Oh, glad to have you here today, because I think a lot of people, they are kind of looking at, inflation is kind of run amok right now. You can't get a burger for under $8 and now it used to be $4. Things are kind of like, hitting us really hard right now. And they're wondering, all right, the old way of doing things, you put in the 401k, you let it rot for 50 some odd years. That might not be the way to do it anymore. You have to hedge your bet. How do you do it?
Yeah, we're really playing in a new game, new rules of the road. I tell people that in the old days, we played board games with our families, like Monopoly, and there's a certain way you win at that. Well, it's like someone came in and said, these rules are all different. It's the opposite. And we're going to blindfold you, by the way, so good luck. So truly, we have a situation now where we have rising interest rates, we have the inflationary pressures, the costs going up. It's really regressive against people that are really at the lower end of the wage scale, or single mothers, dual income families, elderly, fixed income. Very difficult to keep up with this price increase. So I think the stock market 401ks, while there may be a place for it, typically the stock market financials don't do well in a rising interest rate, rising inflation economy. That's just go back in history and look at it. So tangible assets, that could be businesses, or my favorite is real estate, something that will keep pace with the cost of living, the price increases that we have going forward.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a big believer in real estate as well. Let's talk about it too, because this is a huge topic for us. Right here in Las Vegas continues to be a place that is undergoing a constant real estate boom, rising interest rates. But if you are able to, is real estate still a smart investment?
Yeah, if you're able to. I mean, real estate, like any asset, any investment, it takes some diligence. It takes understanding the markets, what makes a good real estate investment, what's right for you, geography. Should you be investing in your backyard, like Las Vegas or California, or should you be in the boring states of the Midwest where there's not a lot of volatility? There's a lot of aspects to it. Financing, with interest rates going up, how much do you finance? How much do you leverage? So again, finding the right people, the right asset class, the right geography, I think is critical for people before they just jump in feet first, because what's happened in the last 10 years is going to be different than the next 10 years. You can still play the game and still be in the right role, but you've got to be very careful about how you position.
You're talking about the boring, the Midwest gets a little bit sensitive about that, but it's true. I mean, I saw a heat map. There was a heat map of America, and it showed where like the home prices have just exploded. And really, it's often towards the coasts, and there's a lot of gray inside the Midwest. Sometimes it's just trying to find the value. Hey, where can I buy a home cheap and then be able to rent it for a considerable amount more than that mortgage payment, right?
100%. Yeah. And I say boring with being very, it's a great place to be, I think. And honestly, if you want a place where there's stability, and stability is what we're looking for in our investments today, and not all this volatility. So volatility plays well to traders. I am not a trader. I don't know how to play that game, but I want long-term stabilized investments that I can count on.
But yeah, let's say, all right, it's a place that's 1,000 miles away from me, and the water heater breaks or something like that. Do I have to fly out there with a wrench? How does that work?
Yeah, I don't recommend that people do long distance investing for that reason. You need to know people. I mean, network is your net worth, is what I would say. So knowing people, how to do joint ventures, a little bit more detailed, but there's ways to do it where you don't have to make that long distance management on your own.
Excellent.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's not impossible. I mean, if you have an amazing opportunity, there's companies like American Home Shield that you can manage, repairs and whatnot from out of state. But yeah, it certainly isn't easy. Your book, let's talk all about it. When did you release it, and why do you think this is a great source for people who might be, looking and really trying to be smart in 2022 with their investments?
Well, yeah, we just released the book this month, and it was been on the forefront for the last several months. Wanted to get it out because, as we've talked about already, the game is changing. We haven't seen interest rates or inflation like this since the late 70s and 80s. I was a young kid back then, but knowing what I know about that, it has changed, and people have to look at their life, their future, their kids, generational wealth, whatever's important to them, in a different light. And not to understand those new rules is going to set a lot of people back, I think, a lot, and it's going to be very shaky ground for many who don't understand the new rules.
Shouldn't be hands off with during this moment in time, for sure. A lot of people, they'd like to get their hands on this book. They also kind of like to learn about real estate investing and what it entails, and maybe how to dip their toe in. Where do they get more information?
Certainly the book is available on Amazon, but also my community group, which is freedomfounders.com, a place where we help business people and others navigate the volatility of the marketplace today.
Yeah, it's really very
Beautiful.
volatile. It's like it's a tsunami right now. It's ridiculous. It is
Oh
great
my
to talk to
gosh.
you, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Dr. Phelps,
Appreciate it.
thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining us.
All
My
right.
pleasure.
The book could not come at a better time, frankly. It is called Inflation, the Silent Retirement Killer, and you can get that and more information about real estate investing at freedomfounders.com.